had our third open OTA practice this week. And on today's show, Titans Today by Chat Sports, we're going to be talking about three offensive players that have stood out, have kind of broken out and made the heads turn of some coaches. Welcome into Titans Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And I will say before that OTAs are mostly pass-oriented. We've heard multiple coaches from multiple teams kind of just talk about this is really a passing camp. You're playing every single play as if it's like 3rd and 10. You're dropping back, you're throwing. You don't really you can't really judge the defense besides your cornerbacks when there's no pads. We've seen Femi Oladejo go through the line of scrimmage and get to the quarterback. They don't really say sacks, like every single reporter that you've seen talk about, oh, they've looked really quick. They just quote sack. So it's hard to judge with defense, so we're going to be sticking just with the offense on today. First off, I think the one thing that we should go about as a winner is obviously the main guy, Mr. Cam Ward. And he has looked great, and I mean absolutely great in at practice. And the one thing that I will point out is a couple weeks ago, Brian Callahan said that we don't know who the starting quarterback is going to be. It's 50-50. They're going to be splitting reps. Well, Cam Ward has taken the majority of the first-team reps at OTAs, and it's obvious that he's going to be the starting quarterback. He's thrown the ball. He's 12 for 21 on 7-on-7s. He's looked really, really good and comfortable, and it's because he's dedicating himself to this. Jim Wyatt said this on his article. He works with the Titans as their reporter. Said Ward was 12 for 21 in the 7-on-7 and team periods combined on Tuesday, and in two open OTAs combined, he's 23 of 38 in 7-on-7s and team periods combined. Ward on Tuesday made some accurate tosses in the middle of the field, and he showed off some arm strength with some of those throws. One of his best throws was a strike to receiver, Jaquan Jackson sprinting across the middle. One thing I noticed and what I've read about Cam Ward is that he's also turning the heads of his teammates. Not only his coaches, but his teammates. He also likes to find people within the numbers. He's not really throwing outside of it, but it's a process. It's getting to work. And the one guy that he's turning the head on is your wide receiver one, Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley was like glazing Cam Ward. And I mean, why wouldn't you? He said, I see a great arm, a great mind. Someone who believes he can make most throws and knows he can make the throws. Nice release. He can fit the ball pretty much wherever he wants. From day one that I met him, I know he was going to be in the playbook, trying to get on top of it early, and that's what he wanted. Calvin Ridley, he's been working with Cam Ward all off season long. I said it in the previous OTA video that we really didn't hear much about Calvin Ridley, but now I'm hearing a ton. And him and Cam Ward are dedicated to the grind. So specifically much that they're going in at 5 o'clock in the morning, working out, being the first guy in and first guy out, and absolutely dedicated to the grind. Like, it was Brian Callahan who spoke about it, and I'll just tell you, Moose, right here on the video, it's the second tweet. It's the other tweet, which from Easton Freeze, great tweet from him. He also tweeted out the video. I can't show you videos. Sorry, guys, but copyright material, it's not the greatest. But coming in at 5 o'clock in the morning and then having to be kicked out of the building some nights. So it just shows how much he's been dedicated to just getting better, going in and out. And not only has he been coming in at 5 o'clock in the morning, Xavier Restrepo has been coming in. Calvin Ridley's been coming in. All of these guys are getting in early to build the chemistry. And that's what you want to see from the Tennessee Titans because they were the worst team in football. That's why you got the number one pick. But you're already starting to build the culture here with Cam Ward, and you love to see it, and you love to see him be a leader. He's humble. He's not that confident guy that comes in and was like, yeah, I'm going to be the starting quarterback week one. No doubt about it. No, he's like, I'm going to prove this to you. I'm going to prove it to my teammates. I'm going to prove it to my coaches. I'm going to prove it to these beat reporters who you know want to write about it. That's what you want out of your starting quarterback. And I am excited for it. I can't wait to see him on the field in preseason. Can't wait to see him on the field regular season. And I can't wait to see him in training camp too. And I'll be telling all you guys about it. But rate your excitement level for Cam Ward. On a scale of 1 to 10. You've seen it. And 5 o'clock in the morning. Are you joking? 5 a.m.? I'm still in bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't get up until 8. He's already gotten workouts done. Scale from 1 to 10. 10, your highest. I will say, before we break into any other winners of this, Will Levis has actually been sneaky accurate. Very sneaky. It's kind of like, well, he's got nothing to lose out here, so he's just going out there and slinging the rock. His OTA stats, as you can see, 11 for 17. Cam Ward passing the ball a lot more because he's going to be the starter. But Will Levis actually building some trade value. I don't expect Will Levis to be here. I expect him to get traded, and I expect Cam Ward to easily be the starter. I think Will Levis should get traded. I think he should get a fresh start. I think he should go somewhere else and try to be the starter because I don't think you have a chance here. So build your trade value, get out there. Some teams will see you and be like, oh, yeah, we can definitely use a guy like him. We could also use you Titans fans out here for our June sub-battle. We're getting worked by our AFC rival. There's no Colts channel, but we're getting beat 71-15. So let's bump up those numbers. Let's get it a little bit closer, and possibly we can even pass them. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that big red sub button, and let's go beat our AFC South rival. All right, our second guy, Calvin Ridley. He's the guy that I'm going to be talking about as a winner because he was glazing Cam Ward, and Cam Ward was just kind of glazing Calvin Ridley. You want to have your wide receiver and also your quarterback having chemistry more than anybody on the field. And from what I've read and what I've seen is that Calvin Ridley has been absolutely dedicated, and the most dedicated that you've probably ever seen out of him. He's 30 years old. Going into, I can't do the math right now. I think it's his 6th year. He came into the league in 2018, so do the seasons there. But he's been dedicated, and he said this just even more about the chemistry with Cam Ward. He said, we're pretty close. I'm not going to lie. We can take the talks that we have about football to the field, like the throw we missed today. We hit it again. We did it 3 or 4 times after, and now we got it. We are ready for the next practice. We can't wait to run that play again. Just talking about it. He also went on to say it's more just getting on the same page. I honestly want to hear what he thinks. I want to be in that spot where he wants me. So I ask him first, what did I do wrong on a throw or catch? What do I need to make you feel better? That's pretty much what we are doing. It's easy to relate with him, fun, easy to talk ball with. I just like him a lot. And that takes a lot from a 30-year-old wide receiver to just have trust in your rookie quarterback. He knows how good Cam Ward is. And to go and say, like, we're going to get better every single day. We're going to go into practice. If we mess up once, run it back. Run it back. We're doing it again. We're doing it again. That's what you want out of your star wide receiver. And it looks like that he is just really kind of trying harder than he has in the past. Teron Davenport of ESPN, he tweeted this out in his OTA takeaways. He said, Calvin Ridley practices with the most urgency of any wide receiver I've ever seen. Every rep is like his job is on the line. And I wouldn't say it's on the line. I mean, you signed a big contract, but you see his stats here in 2024 with multiple quarterbacks. He played all 17 games, 64 receptions, 1,000 yards, 16 yards a catch, 4 touchdowns. He knows what he did with an average Will Levis, Mason Rudolph. He knows that Cam Ward can take Calvin Ridley from here to here. He was with the Falcons for so many years and kind of just not the guy that's wide open, but then you go to the Jaguars and you don't really have the greatest year because Trevor Lawrence, we don't know if he's going to be that guy. But then to go and have Cam Ward out there, you're dedicating yourself. And I love what I'm seeing out of Calvin Ridley. And I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Cam Ward. And if you still want to get your Cam Ward jerseys, you can get them today. Chatsports.com/Ward. They're going on right now. You can get that. Chatsports.com/Ward. It's a beautiful jersey. Get yours today. We'll have that in the comments and description of today's video. I always get a jersey of my starting quarterback, so I think you guys should too. The last one on my list, and that's going to be another wide receiver. Xavier Restrepo, the undrafted free agent, who I still to this day, it has been, June now? It's been a month and a half since he's been undrafted. I don't understand why he hasn't been drafted, and he's showing that he should have been. The UDFA, he's working his ass off to make this roster. He's putting in the work. He is going in every day at 5 a.m. working with Cam Ward. And he knows that his chemistry is perfect because he was with him in Miami and showing the Titans, yeah, you want me on this roster. And I think that he's going to get a lot of playing time, too, this year. Jim Wyatt, he said this in the article of his takeaways. Ward and Xavier Restrepo have great chemistry from their days at Miami, and it was on display Tuesday. Ward connected with him on a bullet across the middle early, and he hit him again in team period with cornerback Jarvis Brownlee Jr. on his hip. Now, I want to also say this from Jim Wyatt. He also said he had 3 catches on the day, which was tied for the most with tight end Chigakonkwo, Tony Pollard, and Colton Dowell. If your undrafted free agent is having the most catches in an OTA and getting reps with the guys that are probably going to be starters here in the NFL, and it's not like, okay, yeah, he's just going to be with the side. He's going to work with the backup quarterbacks. He's going to work with Will Levis. He's going to work with the trash can, I'll just put it slightly, Tim Boyle, who's probably not going to be on this roster. That says something, that he is showing out every single practice. Brian Callahan knows it, and they really like Xavier Restrepo, and I do too. I also think like he's just got that Julian Edelman type of mentality in him. Like that small, slower, slot wide receiver that's going to take the hit no matter what, and just be out there willing to do whatever it takes to get on the field. You've seen him in punt return and kick returns with the Titans at some point. Like, he's just doing whatever he can to be on the field, and I know the coaching staff loves that. Also, here's another tweet from Teron Davenport that after practice, they're working out. So not only are you trying to kick out Cam Ward, you're trying to kick out Xavier Restrepo too. After practice, still working on the field, just different deep routes, just trying to get better every single day. And we saw that at Miami. Like, I'll go back into it. I get he had a horrible 40 time, and he looks slow out there, but 1,100 yards basically 1,100 yards back-to-back years at the U, and multiple touchdowns, like 17 in 2 years is awesome. Why the hell didn't he get drafted? I don't understand it. It doesn't matter to me. I don't get it, but it is what it is. He's a Titan, and you got the absolute steal of the draft. I'm happy about it. I love it. And the Titans' wide receiver depth chart looks insane. You got Elike Manor. You got Tyler Lockett, who did not practice yet, but he will practice. And you also have Calvin Ridley. So I do enjoy watching it. But I'm excited for Restrepo to make this roster. I'm really excited for Restrepo to make this roster. Yeah, you can see it right there. Don't have a picture of Elike Manor. He's wide receiver 4. He's also looked really good in OTAs. Chimere DK, he's also one of your wide receivers that's probably going to be your starting punt returner. So I feel a bounce back coming this year. I feel, especially in a weak AFC South, that it's possible for the Titans to just make a number. And we're going to see it week 1. And we're also going to see it with Restrepo. And I think he's going to make this roster. And also, if you think that Restrepo is going to make the roster, spam your 87s. When do you see a wide receiver wear the number 87 these days? You don't. So spam it down in the comments section. And also, subscribe to Titans Today. Let's beat our AFC South rival, the Texans. Come on. Hit that big red sub button. I'm your host, Brett Alper. And as always, tighten up.